Hi friends, you did a great job yesterday on making your first 3 slides of your presentation. Today you can make more slides and then we're going to add a few more elements to the things that you are going to do. So first of all, you're going to want to log on to canva.com, canva.com. Remember yesterday that you already got a project started. You will find that under a few places. You can go to Home. That will bring up all your recent projects. You can also click on the 3 bars and it will give you a list over here of the names of your projects. If you did not name your project yesterday, please do it now. Mine is called Mrs. Waltman Landform Project, I believe. Yes, right here. All right, once you have your project opened, now it is time for you to make some new and exciting features on your slideshow. Sorry, mine's taking just a little minute to load. Okay, once you have yours open, you will notice that the slides you made are down here at the bottom. When you're ready, we're going to be adding some more slides. But let's start by making a title slide. So please put on the plus and then just hit this word blank. You may have done that yesterday already, but that's going to bring up a blank screen. Then I want you to drag that blank screen over here to the front. All right, that's just holding down the mouse pad and dragging the blank screen to the front. This now becomes your title page. So now we need some text. In fact, probably these other slides need some text on them. That means they need some words to explain. On our title page, we're going to start with a text box. If you hover over text and maybe even press on it, then this purple box will come up that says Add a Text Box. There are a few things that you can do besides just add a text box. If you scroll down here to the bottom, there are some combinations that are already written that when you use them, then it just puts your words into that font. Let me show you. So if I use this word rollout, I can actually change that into landforms. And I click on the other side. I can turn that into of the world, let's just say. This seems really large, doesn't it? So you have to do a little bit of moving around and manipulating the boxes. As you can see, if you click off to the side, then that loosens up this box so that I can drag it down. Okay, there's always corner that you can resize. If you grab onto a corner, you can move the whole thing up and around. Okay. Remember, there's lots of other choices here, like mood board. These are just words that are already typed in. When you put yours on the page, then you can change them to the words you want. But as you can see, it gives you some definite, different shapes that the way the words can be. If you use spooky, you could write landforms instead, right? It would look a little more interesting. Right? So there's those if you want to play around with those and find the one that you like for a title, like a title page. If you try something and you don't like it, then you just have to find the 3 dots up here and you can hit, I think it's delete. Where did it go? You guys can probably find it faster than I will. Okay, you can also backspace. When you have it highlighted, you just hit backspace and that takes the box away. Maybe I want this one to go away, but I like this one. There's some things going on down here that I want you to notice, okay? What you're doing is you're stacking text on top of the slide. I know that seems weird, okay, but you want this to match up. If you don't want this one, for example, then backspace on it, okay? When they stack up, you want them to match the slide that they're on. For all text, you have to match up the seconds. Okay, so that took this one away from this slide. I'm going to backspace on that. Notice also up here how big the font is. Okay, I'm at 241. That's huge font. If something's not fitting on the page, just go up here and make it smaller. Just by doing plus and minus. You can always do that. If it's too small, you can make it bigger. Okay, click off to the side. I can move the whole thing once I click off to the side. Okay, maybe you want to change the color. Highlight the whole text and then go here to this color button. Maybe I want landforms to be in purple instead. Okay, and click off to the side. Now make sure down here that this matches up with the sentences, with the slides, excuse me. Then I'll hit preview and let's see what this looks like. Landforms give the world shape. And here comes my first slide. If that stresses you out too much, go back up here to the top, hit add a text box, and you'll notice right over here it put a text box. Now this one's going to be tricky because it's a little bit small. So you just highlight the whole thing and then make it bigger. You have different fonts that you can use here. Okay, there's things that are darker and lighter. This will just be a little bit plainer. You can still use different text colors. Let's say I want to try here. I want to type the word. Look how small it is. Okay, so I just make sure the whole thing is highlighted. And it's just going to be a little bit different. So now what I'll have to do, it can be a little tricky, is highlight it and then change to the font that I want. Okay, so maybe I want Poppins. I got the color already, and now I just need the size. Maybe I need like 50. Okay, so as you can see, it's not quite as appealing to the eye, but it's doable. This is what you would do to put text on these pages too. Now remember, I have to go down here. I have to match up the size of the first slide only because I don't need it on the second slide or the third slide. Okay. Okay, something else I want to show you. If you want to put words on your video, let me go to my video slide. What you need to do is right click on this and you need to detach video from background. What happened here is it just filled up the whole space, and so the whole thing is the video. If I want to put some words next to it, I need to detach it. Do you see how it put the corners and things around it? So maybe I can make it a little bit smaller. It doesn't take up the whole screen. If you want it to take up the whole slide, then just leave it. You can always reattach it too. Okay. For now, I want to add a text box that tells a little bit about waterfalls are the way that rivers flow over cliffs and make a beautiful landform for all to see. Okay, now when you have a text box, watch what you can do. If you just squeeze it together, it will stack it up for you. Okay, click off to the side and you can move the whole box. If you want to add some background color, so it's not just white in the back, go here. It says background color. You can choose, I should probably choose a light one, do you think? Too light? It looks like what it did was it put the color on my first slide. See how it didn't change up here, but it changed down here? No problem. That's just because my video popped up to the next layer. So I'm going to put my video back down here. Okay, I'm going to go to this one. I actually like the purple there as well. And I'll probably have to redo this a little bit. Okay, so there's just, you have to just kind of goof around with it a little bit. It's just the way that it is. If things seem hard, see this right here? I have to slide this over so that the words stay on just this slide. You have to stack them up. It might be a good idea to make this a lighter color, so I highlight the whole thing. I'll turn that to white. There we go. Now that shows up a little bit too, so you can change the colors of the text. It looks like that reattached that video and it just wound up putting the words right on front of the video. So there's things that I didn't even make it do and it did it on its own. So it's going to happen to you a few times too, but I'm happy with it. looks okay to me. And then every once in a while, you just want to stop and preview. I definitely want to change this back to something a little more exciting. I don't mind the purple. I probably need to put some words on my mountain slide. Definitely need words. This is going to be a perfect space over here for my turtle, for the ocean. I could say something about animals, loving landforms, and then here's my waterfall page. So play around with that a little bit today. Remember, you can always close it out. You can always preview at any time. And if you need some help, ask somebody sitting next to you. You know, bring your computer to me and let me help you a little bit. And we'll talk about some other things tomorrow. All right, good luck. Do good. You may begin.